AEW last night was a good show, ladies and gentlemen. The show wasn't too bad. We got Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston in a Lumberjack match. We got the wedding of Chief Sabian and Penelope Ford. And we got Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. Tag Team Battle Royal to determine number one contenders. Contenders match for the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Young Bucks, for a title shot at Revolution. And we got the AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega, and the Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers, versus John, Moxley, Pat, and Ray Fenix. We got all of that to go over right here on my Ingram Wrestling News YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ingram Wrestling News' very own Brennan Ingram here, live with your AEW Dynamite Beach Break review. I'm getting ready to fix the quality right now. So again, I'm Ingram Wrestling News' very own Brennan Ingram here live with your AEW Beach Break review. If you're new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications to never miss all of my content that I have on the channel, to never miss the new content that I got coming to the channel this year, including Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I bet you all can't wait for that tomorrow. Oh yeah, there's going to be a full Dragon Ball Fighter Z marathon this whole weekend, man. I'm going to be showing you around on that game. I'm going to be showing you around. I'm going to be showing you what the arcade looks like. I'm going to be showing you everything on the game, basically. Everything. So, have on those notifications so you won't miss my Call of Duty content, my Dragon Ball Z Versus 2 content, my Naruto Ultimate Storm content, and my Dragon Ball Fighters Z content, and much more. So, also, follow me on Twitter at Ingram Wrestling, and follow me on Twitch at Ingram Wrestling News. Before we get started here, my 2021 goals for this year, as far as Twitter goes, is to at least get to 1 million followers on Twitter. Or actually, should I say 1,000 followers on Twitter. Now, for Twitch, is to get to, I'd say, 1,000. So for Twitter and Twitch, 1,000 for those. And for my YouTube channel, from my Snapchat, my Facebook, my goal is to get to 500 Facebook friends because I had 500,000 Facebook friends last year. So I want to have 500,000 Facebook friends this year. And on Instagram, I would like to get to 1 million followers. And on Snapchat, I would like to get to 1,000 friends. So that's my goal for this year's 2021. Let me know in the comments down below what your 2021 goals are. The reviews on the screen, we're going to go ahead and get started. So my head's basically going to be looking up at the screen because I'm going to be reading all of it. So Dynamite starts with the opening package. Jungle Boy makes his entrance with Jurassic Express. Recap of Jungle Boy's match with Dax Harwood. Commentary team goes through the rest of the participants in the Battle Royal as they stand ringside. Now, all of the inner circle made their entrance. When I mean all of the members of the inner circle, I mean all of them made their entrance. So we see a video from Sammy Hager in support of Sammy Guevara and Jack Howard during the inner circle's entrance. So then after that, we got the internet's kind of slow a little bit. I don't know why. I tell you one thing, it's definitely going to kind of ruin my review a little bit, the internet. Because it's not doing what I want it to do. You know what I mean? So anyways, the Young Bucks waste no time delivering stereo dives to the rest of the match's competitors during their entrance. A huge brawl brings every team into the ring before Dante Martin of Top Flight is the first to be eliminated. Now Alex Ronalds follows up second, being slammed onto the apron by Jack Howger. Howger himself then gets eliminated by John Silver. The eliminations can't keep coming as Matt Johnson is shockingly back body dropped onto the outside ramp, followed up by the Acclaim's Anthony Bowens. Now, I bet this shocked everybody. It even shocked me because that guy, he's never been manhandled like that before. I don't even think. Not once he's never been manhandled like that. He has never been manhandled like that before. But so far, the match was getting really interesting. It really was. And overall, Chris Jericho and MJF seemed like they were doing most of the work in this match. Yes. Seemed like they were doing most of the work. So, basically, what I'm trying to say is, folks, the Young Bucks jump off the stage to start the match. So, come on, Internet. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. There we go. The Young Bucks run wild with double super kicks. Chaos as every team attack each other. Now, Isaiah Cassidy, folks, jumps off the top rope into the sea of people. Now, Martin tries to eliminate Quinn. Martin gets eliminated. Ronald's with pump kick and gets eliminated by Howard. Now, Silver eliminates Howard. Santana and Matt Jackson fights in the middle of the ring. Matt gets back body dropped onto the stage. Is that an elimination? Sounds like it. Sound to me like an elimination. What do you guys think? What do you all think? Elimination? Luchasaurus runs wild. Huge slam onto Bowens. Choke slam from Luchasaurus. Grayson with the Pele kick tries to eliminate Luchasaurus but fails. And Luchasaurus choke slams him to the outside but gets eliminated by the Dark Order. MJF eliminates Grayson and Uno. Silly String blocked Martin. One of Private Party eliminated. One of the members of the Private Party were eliminated, basically. So then they both get eliminated Silver pulses in the middle of the ring and gets eliminated by Santana and Ortiz. They both get eliminated by Nick Jackson. The Good Brothers come through the crowd to watch. The Good Brothers eliminate Private Party. MJF eliminates Nick Jackson, Jericho, and MJF. Now, MJF tries to eliminate Jungle Boy, but he hangs on. All three Inner Circle members try to push him out, but he still hangs on. Warlord on the outside. MJF finally eliminates Jungle Boy's faces with Sammy Guevara. Max Caster attacks both of them. Sammy super kicks Caster, and MJF gets thrown by Caster. Sammy, Jericho, and Martin are the final three. Inner Circle double team him. Martin hits a double DDT. Martin throws out Sammy, but he skins the cat. Now, Jericho and virtually eliminates Sammy. Jericho with the Judas effect to eliminate Martin, and that was it. So basically, Chris Jericho and MJF were the winners of this match. Now, this was a solid tag team battle royal. It wasn't really too bad, to say the least, anyway. I was impressed with all the tag teams in the battle royal. They performed well. We got some super kicks and some fucking punches around here and there, but the match was all out solid, man. Now, Chris Jericho and MJF are set to face the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Champions at Revolution. That is going to be a great match. Folks, this was a great opener, if a little chaotic at the start. So, basically, folks, the match was quite difficult to keep up with due to how quickly eliminations start coming, which honored certain shock eliminations like Matt Johnson early on. The match picks up when we got down to the final 6, though. Now, where both Max Caster and Darius Martin got a great showing. With Caster even making the final 2 before being eliminated by Chris Jericho. Now, folks, I gotta be honest, Chris Jericho and MJF are the right choices, though. They've been on the roll for 2 weeks, and they deserve a title shot. They really do. Seriously. So, Inner Circle celebrates in the ring. They will face the Young Bucks at Revolution. I've already said that. Commentary runs down the card for last night. This was last night, folks. This wasn't tonight. This was last night. This was yesterday night. So it said up next is Darby Allin and Sting. A special look at Jade Cargill plays, showcasing her physique. I got a question. Question is, does anybody even give a shit about Jade? I know I don't. Oh my goodness. She looks fucking terrible. And she does fucking terrible in the ring. Heck, she probably did terrible playing sports in her career. Knowing her. So anyways, Tony Schiavone introduces Darby Allin. Tony introduces Sting. Taz interrupts before they can say anything. Says they aren't allowed inside the building because they are being punished for attacking people last week. Yeah, so I don't get it. Why are they being punished for attacking people last week? I don't understand. This got me lost for a minute. So it says they'll be watching next week when Darby Allin defends the TNT title. So basically he'll be defending his TNT title against Team Taz. At least that's what it says anyway. Team Taz. But basically he'll be defending his TNT title next week against Janela. Some people on social media thought he was going to defend it against Team Taz, but come to find out that wasn't the case. So Strack says he doesn't need Sting. He doesn't think Sting is still the icon. Says Darby will need luck next week. Welcome to the chat, Justin. Thank you for always monitoring my live stream. I really appreciate it. Justin does a really good job moderating the chat. So Sting says he'll be there next week to make sure it is just a one-on-one match. Says he won't let Team Taz get involved. Sting says Starks need to take a closer look if he doesn't see the icon anymore. Video package of Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. One of my 3 favorite AEW female talents on that roster. Thunder Rosa ran down and attacks Ribbio early. So we got Dr. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. If you go back and re-click on this review, you'll see that I have a thumbnail of Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. That's my for my live stream. Let me know comments down below if you like my whether you like my thumbnail or not. Let me know, guys. So Rosa gets the early advantage. Chops in the corner. Chops in another corner. Baker takes control and gets wrist locked. Rosa fights out. Elbows in the corner. Rosa rolls out and hits a jumping drop kick. Cannonball in the corner. Gets a 2 count. Aggressive punches from Rosa. More chops in the corner. Misses a splash. Baker ties her up in the ropes. Wraps her arms around the corner post. Rosa falls to the outside. Picture in picture. Baker with a stomp to the face. Crowd chant Thunder. Baker's taunts to the crowd. Rosa slams Baker into the ring apron. Throws Baker into the guardrail. Rosa goes after the arm. Slams arm into the ring post. Baker's with elbow strikes to the chest. Rosa thrown back into the ring. A 2 count. We got a 2 count. Baker with a cradle. Then knees to the face. Stomps to the face. Rosa fights back. momentarily, but gets hit with a DDT. Baker's with a stomp on the entrance ramp. Rosa hits a Death Valley driver on the ramp. Review screams into the camera. Rosa hits splash in the corner, then a big drop kick. The 2 count, Rosa with a spinning move, but Baker's roll up for a 2 count. Bakes hits a sling blade 2 count. Baker is back in control. Kicks from Rosa. Goes for Fire Thunder driver, but Baker reversed into an air raid crash. Whoa! I crashed my car into the fucking ditch. I'm just joking. 2 count. Ribio gives Baker the glove. His trouble because of the injured arm. Baker goes for the lockjaw, but Rosa gets to the bottom rope and Baker hits the curbstone. 2 count from a crucifix. Rosa reverse, Baker reverse, back and forth. Rosa with a back body slam, then a Death Valley driver. Near fall. Rosa in shock. Rosa goes for an arm submission. Review rips off turnbuckle to distract referee. Baker's gets a roll up to a near fall. Baker is in the corner. Baker sent face first into the exposed turnbuckle. She's knocked out. Baker gets the lock jaw for the win. So this was a shocking upset right here. This was definitely a shocking upset. Thunder Rosa definitely did not see this coming. She did not think she was going to lose. I don't think. I don't even think she was. I don't even think she was even. I don't even think she was even focused. To be honest, I don't even think she was focused, man. I really don't think she was. Now, folks, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Sting and Darby storyline, on the Sting and Darby thing that we saw on the show. I'm going to give you my thoughts on that. Sting and Darby, man, they are doing really good, man. I've been impressed with these guys. The storyline has become everybody's favorite storyline ever, man. They both did really good last week by doing something. Something! They did good last week by doing something great, basically. I mean, the build on the storyline was great. In ring wise. I mean, the promos, as far as the promos goes, it wasn't really too bad. Wasn't too bad. The story is one of the best stories on this show. Really. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sting himself gets a TNT title opportunity against Darby Allin. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. But the question is, what did AEW really sign Sting for? That's my question. Is Sting going to wrestle? Who will his opponent be if he wrestles? Are we going to get Darby Allin and Sting versus Team Taz for AEW Resolution? Because that's where it looks like we're getting. So it looks like, folks. Could we be getting that match? I don't know. We'll have to find out. So we got a footage from last week. Tony interviews Paige and Matt Hardy. Matt says they would have a good chemistry. Paige says he knows Matt has an ulterior motive and doesn't trust him. So Matt convinces Paige to team with him to avenge, I'm guessing to avenge the private party. I'm guessing. Because the fucking screen won't pull up what it says here on the screen. It won't pull up anything. It's going slow. Man, I'm refreshing it again. Yeah, this browser's going slow. This browser's not used to running fast at all. I don't know why. I think it's so stupid. It takes too long. It is so slow, man. It really is. This thing is really, really fucking slow. Come on, man. Are you fucking serious? Come on, are you fucking serious? This thing's fucking so slow. Oh my goodness. See, told you this shit was gonna rule my review. This thing is so stupid. Internet on this game is so stupid. It really is. No shit. First, let's go back to what I said about Sting and Darby Allin. So, Sting and Darby Allin, I want to talk about that because that has been the big topic as of late on AEW. I want to talk about that. Sting and Darby Allin, they did good last week by doing something slightly different. They did something slightly different with the what is it called? I'm trying to remember what it was. They did something different with the backstage segment. But once again, back to Sting getting 5 words in before Team Taz interrupt. So Sting responds with like another 5 words, and that's it. Sting's had the same segment for the last 8 weeks since his debut. And it's become very tiresome. I don't know what the fuck they are doing with Sting, but if they don't have any plans for Sting, if they're not doing nothing with Sting, you might as well keep him off TV. Take him off TV if you're not going to do nothing with him. Stop having him cut promos. Stop giving him the same fucking segments every fucking 8 weeks. People are getting bored with that shit, AEW. Please, do something with Sting. If you don't have any plans with Sting, then why did you fucking sign him in the first place? Isn't he supposed to be wrestling for AEW? What's ever happening to that? You said you had plans for Sting to manage Darby, but yet you're getting him the same segments every 8 weeks. I don't get it. What's going on with this? AEW needs to do better with Sting. Seriously, they do. I feel like they're doing terrible with Sting. I really feel like they are doing absolutely horrible with Sting. Seriously. I really just want the resolution match out the way now so we don't have to see Sting anymore because this is just fucking stupid. This is a shame. It's a shame seeing him on the show, yet he's not doing that. It's a shame seeing him being a big deal, you know? It really is. There's something not right, man. I'm telling you. There's something not right with the way AEW is using Sting. I'm telling you. I don't know what's going on, but they need to get their heads in the game. Seriously. They really do. Anyways, Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa, folks. It was a good match to conclude their long-running feud. That's hopefully an indicator for the good action we'll see in the upcoming Women's Eliminator Tournament. Now, Rosa might have benefited more for the win, but, I'm guessing AEW are built up for, I guess they're building up Baker as Sheeta's next challenger, or at least a high level contender in the AEW Women's Eliminator. I don't know if I mind Baker getting the win or not, but I think Anna is going to win the whole thing. I'm going for Anna Jay. I'm not really going for Britt Baker. I'm going for Anna Jay. I'm going for Anna Jay to win the whole thing. I hope Anna Jay wins the whole thing because I think she absolutely deserves to be the next AEW Women's Champion. She's shown that she can hang with the best of the best in the women's division. She's already proven that. So why not give her another opportunity to challenge Harashida for the AEW Women's Championship? I mean, I'm just saying, AEW, just throwing it out there, man. She deserves another opportunity. I mean, well, they're both baby faces. I can see why they want Britt Baker to be the next challenger for Harashida's championship because, for one, Anna Jay and Sheeta are both baby faces. Anna Jay's a baby face now. She's not a heel anymore. So Britt Baker's a heel. So heel versus face does make sense. Face versus face doesn't make sense. I can see why. I understand that. But I think Anna Jay versus Sheeta would still be a good match. I think Anna Jay deserves at least one or two more opportunities. I don't mind seeing Anna Jay winning the whole thing. She's two of the three of my favorite NXT AEW female talents. I didn't mean to say NXT. That was my fault. But I really don't mind. I mean, if Britt Baker wins, she wins. It is what it is. She wins the whole thing. She wins the whole thing. But at the end of the day, I still want Anna Jay to win the whole thing. I'm still going for Anna Jay. I'm not going for Britt Baker. But please, more women's matches like this on AEW Dynamite. Please, AEW. Please, Tony Schiavone, Tony Khan. Please, we need more women's matches like this on AEW. Seriously, these matches are getting better. The women's division seems like they're improving. They need to improve a little bit more. They're improving. They're doing great. They just need to improve a little bit more, not a lot more, a little bit more. If they improve a little bit more, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. They have a chance to top AEW Women's Division. I'm giving them praise. I mean, they're doing great. They just got to improve a little bit more. Seriously. So, we got Matt Hardy and Heyman Page talking backstage. We got that. We got the footage from last week. And again, I've already read it, but I'm going to read it again in case anybody didn't hear me. Tony interviews Page and Matt Hardy. You know, Matt Hardy, he's now a former WWE superstar. He's not on WWE anymore. He is now on AEW. He has a lot. I think he has like 3 or 4 characters. 3 or 4 personas. I don't know. But anyways, we see We see Tony Schiavone asking Matt why he let Page dress in his locker room. Now, that sounds pretty weird, if you ask me. Does anybody agree with me with what I'm saying? It sounds really weird, man. It really does. Why would Matt Hardy let Page dress in her locker room? I mean, why? I don't get it. I don't understand. What's the meaning of this? Do you all understand? Those of you that's watching, do you understand why? Oh, you don't get it either, do you? You don't understand why Matt Hardy let her dress in the locker room either, do you? Yeah, he asked Matt why he let Page dress in his locker room. Matt says the two have history in competing together in Stadium Stampede and even prior to AEW, and wanted to help his friend during a hard time. My lips is crusty like hell. Page says he's not interested in any sort of team with Hardy, but Hardy suggests the two team up to get revenge on Chaos Project for ruining. So Page begrudgingly accepts. I'm actually shocked that he accepted. Matt starts off incredibly aggressive, beating down Scorpion Tico, or Serpian Tico, should I say, in the corner before tagging in Page, who continues to maintain control. He continues to maintain control over the small competitor. The two tag in and out before Luther eventually gets a blind tag and takes down Hardy. Chaos Project work over Hardy before Serpentico misses a swanton bomb, allowing Hardy to tag out to Page. Page starts up a comeback, taking down both of them, or both of the Chaos Project, before getting a near fall off a spine buster. Page sets up for the buckshot lariat, but Luther pulls him off the apron. Page takes him down, eventually hitting his finisher. Hardy tags himself in to pick up the win. Now, this was a fine match, which normally would be fine, but for a Dynamite special, I'm not in this fit in with. I don't think I'm not this fit in with everything else on the show. Really, the shoehorned video package at the start, which was seemingly meant to air, folks, last week, by Hardy's declaration that they face Chaos Project next week. So they face Chaos Project next week, set a bad precedent, and the match never really picked up. Now, folks, it was unofficially fine, which is a problem for a match on what's supposed to be a big special show. So that's all I got to say to that. All right, moving on to the next one, folks. See what we got here. Next, we have the Sabian and Penelope wedding. We got the wedding of Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian. Now, what's your thoughts on this wedding, folks? What is your thoughts on this wedding before I go any further into reading this? I'm guessing this was an actual wedding in real life. I'm guessing. Penelope looked really good, though. She really did. Anyways, James Mitchell from Impact, because that's where he's from, he manages Havoc and Rosemary. Remember him? That James Mitchell. Yeah, James Mitchell is the special officiant of the ceremony who says that Kip and Penelope want to deliver their own personal values, or their own personal vows, should I say. The two have some fluffy speeches. So I tuned out here, I'll be honest. And Penelope implies Kip is packing before he cuts her off. Now, Marnu gets in the ring from Charlie's Taylor before handling it over to Sabian and Ford. They both say, I do, and Mitchell is about to ask if anyone objects before Morrow tells him to move on. Mitchell pronounces them husband and wife, and the two kiss before Myro delivers a toast. Morrow tells Charlie's to serve them all champagne and tells Kip that his knowledge and power is his wedding. Present and asks what he asked waiting on the internet. Waiting on it to upload again. It's going slow again. And where was the part that I read? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? I lost my concentration. I lost my fucking focus on where I was reading because I pushed the button and next thing you know, the internet's still freezing. Then now it goes down. Now it's on there. Okay, here we go, folks. So, anyways, Roll tells Charlie's to serve them all champagne and tells Kip that his knowledge and power is his wedding present and asks what the large present in the background. Charles claims it's his and Morrow destroys it. So the crowd starts singing the chorus, or I don't even know how to pronounce this fucking word, to be honest. The crowd starts singing the chorus of What is Love after Morrow says, What is love? He questioned that a little bit. He said, What is love? And indulges the crowd for a sing along before proclaiming they should get some cake. Morrow realizes Charles handcuffed him to the bottom rope and Charlie's pushes forward into the cake. Sabian tries to retaliate, but ends up hitting Morrow, who flares up in anger but doesn't hit Kip. Orange Cassidy appears out of nowhere and takes down Sabian before he and Taylor escapes. So, folks, I'm guessing this tells us that this wasn't really a real wedding. A pretty fun segment that went better than everyone was expecting. Everyone that watched AEW Dynamite Beach Break last night. The actual wedding portion was actually pretty entertaining, especially with Mitchell adding his own flair that the two need to K5 everyone till death. Do they part? As expected, it all went wrong, though, as Charlie's and Cassidy worked together to ruin the night. Yep, it is. It is technically the first successful wrestling wedding. It is. You're right, it is. So Charlie's and Cassidy worked together to ruin the night and tease the tension between Kip and Morrow. So I imagine this will lead to one last night match, or this will lead to one last match between Morrow and Sabian and best friends at Revolution, which I hope Morrow turns on Sabian, showing off his monstrous dominant side has been the best part of Morrow as of late, and the best man gimmick just isn't clicking. Now, we got Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston. What y'all think of that match? What was y'all's thoughts on that match? What was your thoughts on the Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston match? I'm waiting for a response from anybody because I want to see your thoughts on that match. I want y'all's thoughts on it. Let me see who's watching. Oh, it's just Justin. There was 3 people in here, but I guess they disappeared for what reason, I don't know. Anyways, the match quickly descends into a brawl as the Lumberjacks fight each other in Kingston before Archer takes out everyone with a Tope suicide. Should I say suicide dive? I'm guessing. I don't know if it was a suicide dive or it was just a Tope suicide. Kingston catches Archer's leg with a dragon corkscrew on the ropes before delivering a middle rope knee drop to Archer's head. Now, Kingston maintains control early on by continually throwing Archer to the outside, allowing the Lumberjacks to soften him up before throwing him back in the ring. Kingston beat down on Archer on the ropes using a series of strikes and chokes before Archer creates an opening with a full Nelson slam. Archer takes Kingston down with a shoulder tackle before hitting the spinning middle rope splash for a near fall. Archer takes Kingston to the top rope. Takes Kingston to the top rope, and Alley attempts to interfere. Archer almost hits Blackout on Alley. Kingston hits the spinning back fist to break her free before Archer rolls to the outside. Angelico goes to roll Archer back in, but Jake Roberts takes him out. Blade sets up a table in the corner while Eddie distracts the referee, but a Lumberjack spears him through it. Archer and Kingston get into a sludge fest before Kingston heads to the top. Archer grabs him into position for the blackout and hits it, picking up the win. Good match, though not as strong as their encounter last week, folks. After the chaos of the battle royal and the wedding shenanigans. Now, I don't feel that yet more chaos was the answer, especially in a pretty short Lumberjack match. Now, Archer gets his revenge on Kingston, and hopefully the two part ways from here, as I think both could benefit from some new stories. That's the way I think. Anyway, that's my opinion. That's my thoughts on this. So we got the tag team match, the main event of AEW. We got the AEW World Champion, I think. Am I right? AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega, and the Good Brothers versus John Moxley and Death Triangle. So Omega doesn't have his usual grandiose entrance, but instead has a new Bullet Club kickoff theme as he enters alongside the Good Brothers. What do y'all think of Kenny Omega's theme with the Good Brothers? What did y'all think of that? It looked alright. Wasn't too bad. Looked okay. It's just a top notch entrance. I mean, so Don Callis joins commentary as Moxley and Death Triangle made their way to the ring. Pac and Anderson start off hot, countering each other's fast-paced offense before Anderson tags out to Gallows and Pac to Moxley. Gallows tries to overpower Moxley, but the former AEW World Champion uses his speed advantage to take down his larger opponent. Anderson tags back in before Death Triangle tag in and out continuously to work over one half of the Good Brothers. Pac attempts the Black Arrow early, but Omega catches him before Gallows slams him down. The three heels work over Pac in the corner, continuously tagging in and out to cut him off from his partners. Pac eventually creates an opening with a rolling German suplex on Omega before tagging out to Moxley. Moxley beats down the freshly tagged in Anderson and follows up with a flip out suplex for a near fall. Now Moxley goes to the outside and manages to throw Omega into the barricade before getting caught by a gun stun, courtesy of Anderson. Gallows tackles Moxley into the barricade himself before bringing him back in the ring. Now the Elite continues to isolate Moxley near their corner, with the Good Brothers eventually attempting a magic killer, which Moxley fights out. He fights out before tagging in Fenix, while Anderson tags out to Omega. So Fenix takes down the entire opposing team before he and Pac hit stereo top rope moonsaults on the Good Brothers. Fenix follows up with a top rope cutter on Omega for a near fall before Omega retaliates with a top rope assisted snapdragon suplex before tagging out to Gallows. Gallows hits a big boot for a 2 count before Pac tags in and manages to take down Gallows with his speed before Gallows eventually stuns him with a super kick. Omega tags in, and the three hit a back suplex into a double neck breaker combination, with the ensuing pinfall being broken up by Moxley and Fenix. Omega hits a Liger bomb on Pac before following up with a V trigger. Omega tries for the one. He tries for the one-winged angle, but Pac escapes before hitting a deadlift German suplex for a near fall. So Moxley tags in, leading to he and Omega getting a slugfest, which Moxley gets the better of. Everyone hits a big move before Moxley hits a gun stun on Anderson, before Fenix tags in and tries for a springboard splash, which Anderson counters into a spine buster. The Good Brothers hit the Magic Killer, picking up the win as Omega stuns Pac with a V trigger. After the match, the Elite beat down Fenix, and Lance Archer runs in to make the save. Moxley stands tall over Omega before a masked man attacks him, revealing himself to be Kenta, known as Hideo Itami from NXT. He hits the go-to sleep on Moxley, and the show ends with Omega standing over Moxley as Kenta looks on. A Super B main event with consistent non-stop action, folks, throughout. That was all tied up by an absolute shocker of an ending, man. Wow. Holy shit, man. Talk about a shocking ending, man. That was great. That was fantastic. Pac and Fenix's speed advantage and unpredictability played well into their cards. Ultimately, the tandem between Omega and the Good Brothers proved too much. Kenta appearing made for an incredible cliffhanger and teased the question many have been clamoring for. Is the forbidden door finally opening up? I believe so. And that was AEW Bitch Break, folks. Not a strong as usual AEW Dynamite specials, but the positives of the show far outweighed the negatives. So we got what seems to be the conclusion of both Rosa, Baker, and Archer Kingston, as well as the incredible hook. To stay tuned with Kenta's shocking appearance. If this means an NGPW crossover, if this really means an NJPW crossover, even if it's just NGPW US, AEW is going to be very interesting over the next few months, folks. That is going to do it for your AEW Dynamite Break Beach review. If you enjoyed this review, hit that thumbs up and give me your thoughts on my AEW Dynamite Beach Break review. Folks, coming up next is my NXT UK review. My NXT UK review is going to be a lot better than this. You'll find out why. So that's coming up next right here on the channel. And then after my NXT UK review, I'm going to be streaming some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War tonight. I'm going to be finishing. It's already the evening. It's already nighttime. So after my NXT UK review, folks, I'm going to be streaming some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, working on 2 of my guns that I'm still currently working on to getting them to max level. So, and then tomorrow, the good stuff. Tomorrow we got the good stuff. We got the first ever live stream on Dragon Ball Fighter Z on YouTube. Not only do we got the first ever stream on Dragon Ball Fighter Z on YouTube, also after that, my WWE SmackDown live stream will be live tomorrow night. So I'll be live while I'm watching SmackDown, giving you all my live reaction, of course. You know I do that every week, every Friday nights. So then my Friday night SmackDown review will be live. And then Saturday and Sunday, I will be streaming on Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That is why I said this is going to be a full Dragon Ball Fighter Z marathon weekend of streams on this game. So, hey, if you haven't checked out my video that I dropped earlier today on my newest content coming to the channel this whole weekend, this year, if you missed that right now, go check it out, man. You're gonna want to check it out. It is one of my greatest videos on my channel. I believe this teaser, this fucking sneak peek video, man, it was great. I thought at first I did bad on it, but now I feel like I did great. And I was happy. I did great. And more to come on the channel, folks. My next video, my next newest content video, it's going to be my newest second content coming to the channel. Next month, I'm going to do a video on my second newest content coming to the channel, which will be on WWE Battlegrounds. And then I'm going to do my third newest content video. It's going to be on Jump Force, which that'll be the next game I'm getting, Jump Force. Right after WWE Battlegrounds, it'll be Jump Force. So, folks. Much more gaming content coming to my channel, man. You got so much more to look forward to. I have a lot more to look forward to. So, I'm getting out of here. See you on my NXT UK review. That's going to be better than this review. I'll tell you that. So, see you there.